Alright, hello everybody, and it is I, Granorite, and here we are starting our next playthrough, our first playthrough of normal type, which, as you can see, has Ditto on the team. Here is our team starting out. Teddiursa and his animation, sucking on his hand, a scratch and leer starting out. Pidgey flapping them wings, as we've seen many a times, tackle and sand attack. Farfetch'd with the wing action, nose peck, and has a stick. And Ditto, who has metal powder, which is the Ditto specific item that raises its defense, those transform. And so as we do in our first episode, we'll get this team up to level 7, read their biologies, and then move onwards to Violet to take on Falconer. And so we're starting off here with Teddiursa. So Teddiursa, who is medium fast leveling rate, is a bipedal Ursine Pokemon covered in short orange-brown fur. Its muzzle is a light tan color with a small black nose and black eyes with white irises. There is a slightly paler tan crescent marking on its face. It has round ears. It has 3 claws on its forepaws as well as 2 claws and yellow paw pads on its hind paws. Its tail is short, round, and puffy. Hey, Krishinabon! Yeah, Ditto and Ducks on the same team. Can you believe the luck? Teddiursa can use Beedrill's pollen and fruit to create its own honey. Beedrill's pollen, interesting. Marking on its face could glow when it finds honey already made. Honey tends to be absorbed into Teddiursa's forepaws, and it is always seen licking them. Teddiursa can be cunning, stealing into the nest of Combi and taking the honey that they have amassed for itself. It will hide food throughout its territory before food becomes scarce in the winter. Teddiursa lives in mountainous regions. What are the expectations for this team? Low? You know, I don't even know, Krishinabon. You know, Farfetch'd does learn Swords Dance and has a decent move pool. Pidgey is not anything that's awesome. Ursaring is going to be the powerhouse on the team. We do at least have the metal powder for Ditto, so his defense will be raised compared to what he's transforming into. But I don't know how much of a edge that's going to give him with anything. So the Pokedex entry for gold for Teddiursa says, if it finds honey, its crescent mark glows. It always licks its paws because they are soaked with honey. Silver says, before food becomes scarce in the winter times, its habit is to hoard food in many hidden locations. Crystal says, it always licks honey. Its palm tastes sweet because of all the honey it has absorbed. Honestly, I'm not going to get my hopes up with this team, Krishinabon. Not gonna get it up. Alright. Let's switch to the Ditto himself next. Ditto, who is a medium fast leveling rate. In its natural state, Ditto is a light purple or pink blob-like Pokemon with vestigial facial features. It is often referred to as amorphous, but it has a relatively consistent appearance in official artwork, including 2 small nubs on its head, a few soft lumps at its base, and 2 pseudopod-like protrusions in place of arms. The face consists of beady eyes and a simple mouth, almost always pulled into a smile. It is capable of transforming into an exact replica of any physical object or living creature, including its form and abilities. Each Ditto has its own strengths and weaknesses when it comes to transforming. Being unable to remain transformed while laughing, and getting details of its transformation wrong if based on memory being apparently universal. The anime and trading card game have shown that occasionally Ditto cannot change its face during transformation, a trait that has become synonymous with the species despite being incongruous with their depiction in the core series game. While its transformation ability allows it to get along with almost anything, it does not get along with its own kind, which it will quickly and generally fruitlessly attempt to transform into. It transforms into a rock when sleeping to avoid being attacked. Ditto is never far from civilization or people. It is the only Pokemon capable of using the metal powder and quick powder items. Its variety of unusual and often entirely unique traits sets it apart from every other Pokemon. And our Gen 2 Pokedex information for Ditto, Gold says it can transform into anything. When it sleeps, it changes into a stone to avoid being attacked. Silver says its transformation ability is perfect. However, if it is made to laugh, it can't maintain its disguise. Crystal says when it encounters another Ditto, it will move faster than normal to duplicate that opponent exactly. And that is our information on the Ditto. Oh, he was strong enough to take out that Caterpie. Now, we can't take out the Hoppet, so what we'll do is we'll switch over here to Farfetch'd and read about Farfetch'd. So, Farfetch'd is medium fast leveling rate. Farfetch'd is an avian Pokemon that resembles a light brown duck with a white underbelly. It has flat yellow beak, brown eyes, and a V-shaped black marking on its forehead, similar to a unibrow, and 3 feathered crests on the top of its head. Its wings are as big as its body and appear to be prehensile enough to substitute for hands. Where did this swap here? To Farfetch'd. Because I don't think that Ditto is going to be strong enough to take out this Caterpie. It has yellow legs with webbed feet and a stubby tail. Farfetch'd is always seen carrying a leek, stalk, or spring onion. It carries the sprig in its wings, but it sometimes chooses to hold it in its beak or feet instead. How was the fighting type team? It was not bad. We had a hard time with Will, which actually made it that we had to use... We were down to just Poliwrath for Karen and Lance, but Poliwrath managed to pull through. We had a hard time beating Sabrina. We had to go take on some other gym leaders and come back to Sabrina. And then we had to kind of just outlast Red's Espeon psychic attacks, but once we did that, it was smooth sailing. Unable to live without its stick, Farfetch'd will defend it with its life. Losing the stock can leave Farfetch'd defenseless, and it will seek out a new one to replace it. Known uses for the stick include using it as a weapon, nesting material, and an emergency food source. When using the stock to attack, Farfetch'd wields and uses it like a sword to cut through things. There are several different fighting styles involving Farfetch'd's leek. It is selective about which sticks it will use and has been known to fight over good ones. Farfetch'd is found in temperate grasslands where reedy plants grow, guarding the plants from anyone trying to disturb them. However, Farfetch'd is rarely seen, and thus it is thought that its numbers are decreasing and that it is at risk of extinction. According to sources such as the anime and the Pocket Monsters Encyclopedia, its population decline is caused by humans who hunted it down for food. A once popular recipe suggested cooking it with its own leek. There have been attempts at breeding in order to increase the Farfetch'd population. The Pokedex information for Gen 2... Gold says if anyone tries to disturb where the essential plant sticks grow, it uses its own stick to thwart them. Silver says if it eats the plant stick it carries as emergency rations, it runs off in search of a new stick. Crystal says in order to prevent their extinction, more people have made an effort to breed these Pokemon. What will this team's biggest hurdles be? Well, I don't know if Chuck will really be a hurdle, because we'll have 2 flying-type Pokemon which will be super effective against his team. Jasmine might be a little tough. We'll kind of just have to see how Jasmine will be tough. Really, honestly, I think Bruno will probably be harder than Chuck. Just because it is Bruno. Otherwise, what else is going to be difficult for this team? Everything, because it has Ditto and Ducks on it. That's my answer. Yeah, Pidgeot's just mad too. It's very reminiscent of the bug team we used with Butterfree, Venomoth, and Ladian. But we got through it with that team, so we'll get through it with this one. Farfetch'd learned Sand Attack. Interesting. Alright, and last but not least, we have Pidgey, who is medium slow leveling rate. Pidgey is actually going to be our slowest leveler on this team. But Pidgey is a small, plump-bodied avian Pokemon. It is primarily brown with a cream-colored face, underside, and flight feathers. On top of its head is a short crest of 3 tufts. The center crest feathers are brown, and the outer 2 tufts are cream-colored. Just under its crest are narrow eyes, which have white sclera, and pupil along with black irises. Angular black markings extend from behind its eyes and continue down its cheek. It has a short stubby beak and feet with 2 toes in front and 1 in the back. Both its beak and feet are grayish pink. It has a short brown tail made of 3 feathers. Pidgey has an extremely sharp sense of direction and homing instincts. It can travel straight back to its nest regardless of how far they might have flown. It is a docile Pokemon and generally prefers to flee from its enemies rather than fight them. By flapping its wings rapidly, it can whip up dust clouds and create whirlwinds to protect itself and flush out potential prey. In Generation 3, Feather Dance was its signature move. Pidgey is very common throughout its range. It can often be seen in meadows and temperate forests. Ekans and Sneasel are natural predators of Pidgey, and Pidgey preys on Seedot. And our Pokedex information for Gen 2, Gold says it usually hides in tall grass because it dislikes fighting and protects itself by kicking up sand. Silver says common in grassy areas and forests. It is very docile and will chase off enemies by flapping up sand. Crystal says it rapidly flaps its wings in the grass, stirring up a dust cloud that drives insect prey out into the open. Whitney will be another tough fight like always, always. Always will Whitney be a tough fight. Every single playthrough. Okay. We're gonna see if Ditto can take on this first fight. You know, the good thing is, this team could have been worse. And it's not. So, we're lucky that we got something like Teddiursa on it. And, you know, Farfetch'd and Pidgey aren't horrible. I used Tail Whip and failed. We'll use a Tail Whip of our own. Probably 2 of them, just because we only have 5 tackles. Hoping our defensive boost will give us an edge. And it looks like we're actually going to win this pretty handedly with Ditto. Good job. Eevee, Apom. Apom's pretty bad. Eevee's not that good either. Smeargle actually has, you know, potential. Yeah, I can learn anything but not good stats. I agree with that. Let me see here. I mean, Dunsparce isn't amazing, but it's not horrible. Togetic? Togetic's not really that good. Doesn't not have a good moveset. I would say that Pidgey's better than Togetic. Oh, you missed one, Ditto. I'm trying to think what fights we'll be able to use Ditto and actually, you know, get it some experience. Probably could use it honestly against Faulkner for in play, like against his Pidgeotto maybe. Yeah, I only have to use Ditto. We will have to use Ducks again on a flying team. But like I said, Farfetch'd isn't horrible. He's got the stick as well, and the stick gives him an increased critical hit chance as long as he's holding it. Oh, we're just gonna speed through this because Farfetch'd will just eat these up. You know, it's like Onyx that I have to use 3 times. Ooh. At least he gets to evolve twice of those. Alright, let's get everybody to level 9. Nope, I haven't even seen Onyx once yet. We've only had one ground-type playthrough, and we've only had one... why did I transform him? That was just a waste of time. And we've only had one rock-type, and he wasn't on either of those. We haven't had a single steel-type yet. I think we can take it down because of that critical. Yeah, we can't take it down now because we missed too many tackles. I want Lodestone, and it has to be Onyx through the whole game. Ha ha ha! Oh, why do you do this to me, Krishinabon? Let me write that down. Let me write it down. So our next playthrough after this one has already been set to be Rock type. And it must use Onyx on the team and stay in Onyx. Alright, I've got it noted. Make me do 2 horrible playthroughs in a row. First the Ditto playthrough, and then an Onyx playthrough. Ugh. Because those playthroughs are the best, as you remember them the most. Yeah, sure. Oh man, Teddiursa's getting close to going down. Yeah, at least we will be done with him. You are correct. Alright, Ditto actually can't knock out a Hoppet. I guess we could with Struggle. And the next Onyx ones afterwards, we'll have it evolve. Yeah. No, yeah. Anything from this, from that one forward, we'll have Onyx evolving into Steelix, which is one of the best Pokemon in this generation. I agree. Steel typing just overall is very powerful. Okay, one more. Alright, we are ready to go take off Falkner's gem. Now we're gonna see if Ditto could take on this Spearow that we start against. Let me give berries to the other two that don't have items. Yeah, it took some time for some other types to get better. Well, there's just not that many good fire type trainers in Gen 2, and then fighting type. I mean, there's a couple, but they're not really good. Alright, well, we're definitely have an edge on this Spearow because of that metal powder, so that's good. Alright, so we're gonna go heal. And then we're gonna swap up our Pidgey to take on this next guy's 2 Pidgeys. What do you feel is Gen 2's worst type? Ugh. Bug. There's only a couple decent bug-type Pokemon. There's no good bug-type attacks except for Megahorn, which only, like, one bug-type learns. You know, the things that Bug are good against, it just can't be good against because it doesn't have good Bug stab moves. Alright, we're transforming to this Pidgey. Good critical. Yeah, you have to rely on other non-bug moves, like with every bug type. The only bug type moves, what, it's Leech Seed and Fury Cutter. Or not Leech Seed, Leech Life. Fury Cutter and Megahorn and Twin Needle and Pin Missile. We're going to keep our Pidgey up front to take on the Falconer's Pidgey starting out. Alright, here we go. You know, the best bug-type Pokemon are like Scizor, Heracross, Pinsir. And they're not amazing. Heracross is decent. Scizor is pretty good. But you're really relying on their other strengths besides their bug. Alright, let's see if Ditto can take on this Pidgeotto. Gets a gust off before we transform. Oh, probably not at that rate. We're doing about the same amount of damage to each other. The only bonus that I have is I can heal. I only have 1 potion on top of that. Gust him back! We do have the edge now. Go, Ditto! Woohoo! Look at that Ditto being used in a gym leader fight and winning. Ridiculous. Alright, we are gonna teach Mud Slap to our Pidgey. Ditto rocks! That is not a phrase that we should be saying until he becomes viable, like Gen 4. Or 5, or whenever he gets the ability that lets him transform on Switch. Alright, Teddiursa, let's go. Our final bug type playthrough that we do, because we've done 2 of them, we have 1 more. Our final bug type team though should be pretty decent because it's got a lot of spread. So, kind of looking forward to that because it'll have Scizor and Parasect and Shuckle and no, not Shuckle. We already used Shuckle on the bug type team. Who's our other bug type that we haven't used? Fortress? Gotta look down, it's gonna bug me if I don't check. Alright, so our final bug type team. Oh, Heracross. We haven't used Heracross yet on a bug type team. So our final bug type team that we have to use is Ariados, Heracross, Parasect, and Scizor. And that's gonna be a pretty good bug team. Are you looking forward to the Wobbuffet playthrough? You know, that's not going to be too bad. He's going to take a lot of damage, but he's going to be able to dish it out pretty well. So, you know, it's going to be what it is, but it's not going to be horrible. But you already chose that the next one is going to be Onyx, so we're going to use Onyx next on a Rock-type playthrough. Yeah, it's a pretty good Bug-type team, I agree. It's going to be rocking when we get to that Bug-type team. I mean, Ariados is definitely the worst, because his best move is Nightshade. But Heracross and Scizor are nothing to sneeze at. No, it can't. Wobbuffet cannot learn anything in this gym. Yeah, the Wobbuffet only knows 4 things in Gen 2, and that is Counter, Destiny Bond, Safeguard, and Mirror Coat. Alright, this will level up Farfetch'd to level 10. Oh, not Wobbuffet, Ariados. Ariados can learn Psychic. Yeah, but it's Ariados. Its special is like Block. It can also learn Giga Drain. But I mean, so can Parasect. Farfetch'd just walking up and taking out these plants like they're nothing. Look at that critical hit. It's all because of that stick. We're gonna let Ditto take on the Hoot Hoot, though. You have identified my Ditto as a Hoot Hoot. So there are going to be certain fights where Ditto's going to be decent. Like, I think Ditto's going to be good to use against Morty. Especially when it sends out his Gengar. You know, I don't think that he's going to be great to use in a lot of the little fights. But, you know, the big issue with Ditto is he copies the user's stats. And I mean, at least we're going to get a defense boost because of the metal powder, but when we're copying lower level Pokemon stats, the only thing that we're going to have on it is hopefully HP. Oh, he's so fast! We're not taking this thing down before it takes us down. Alright, let's swap. Alright, let's swap the Pidgey here. That was a big change, you know, changing Gust from normal type to flying type from Gen 1 to Gen 2. That was a good change. We're glad they did that. Alright. Let's go heal and make our way down towards the Union Cave. Let's swap the old Ditto up. Ye old A Ditto A. So what moveset have you chosen for this team? Well, I'm still in flux on a couple of them. I know Ditto's moveset is going to be Transform. And that's all he'll know. Ursaring is going to know, I believe, Thrash, Earthquake, Rest, and Sleep Talk. Seems like the best moveset for Ursaring. Makes him not only a powerhouse, but a stall wagon. I think with Pidgeot, we were going to do Fly, Toxic, Mud Slap, and I want to see if I can get Return for him. For a normal type attack. That would be ideal if we can get that. And then Farfetch'd is going to know Swords Dance, Fly, Headbutt, and Steel Wing. I was thinking about letting it know Slash, but Slash, if it hits a critical hit, does not benefit from any boost from Swords Dance, which is why I'm thinking of switching it to Headbutt. The only other thing I'm thinking about changing, well, I forgot to switch. I will let Ditto do this fight. Might as well. I was thinking about switching Mud Slap on Pidgeot to Mirror Move, potentially. But that's the moveset overall, so... How does that moveset sound to you, Krishnabon? Missed the hypnosis. I will just speed this up until we're done. Yeah, with this team, there isn't as much to do to get coverage as Pidgeot and Ducks are limiting in their moves they can learn. Yeah, they are. I mean, in all honesty, our coverage is going to be Ditto, because he just turns into the type of the whatever he's facing. And hopefully we can just play it better than the AI. So see, like this fight, our big thing is that Ditto has a bunch more HP than Pidgey, and we know with the defense boost, we're gonna outdamage it. But look, he still takes about half his health and damage. Woohoo! Alright, well I'm gonna let Ditto get some experience against this Onyx up here. He's not gonna fight it though. You gonna get paralyzed there, Onyx? Yeah, we are pretty railroaded into what we can give Ditto to hold, because we in order for it to stand a chance, it has to have that metal coat item. Alright, let's go back and heal. Yeah, the metal powder, you're right. Sorry. Alright, I'm gonna need those mud slaps back potentially, so I'm gonna go back to the heal. Coffee. At least we're going to see a lot of back sprites before we use them. Oh, unless he crits, there's no way we're taking this thing out before we run out of tackles. Oh, we did crit once. Good job, Ditto. gonna swap Teddiursa up for the next fight. Yeah, and I think there's only 2 in Gen 2 that have exclusive items, and the other one is the Lucky Punch for Chansey. Teach it to Farfetch'd, because all Farfetch'd currently knows is Peck. Alright, here's our next, hopefully, good Ditto fight. I'm not in Gen 2. Oh, no, there is, yeah. Light Ball, an item to be held by Pikachu. It's a puzzling orb that boosts its attack and special attack stats. I did not know that. Teaching me something, Crescendomon. Don't use Magnitude. Oh, this thing doesn't even know Magnitude. I thought it did. Goes to show what I know. Well, let's get it down some. Good job missing them rock throws. What are you laughing at over there, Crescendomon? I'm struggling here. Alright, let's blitz through this Slowpoke well so I can level up off screen. Because it's going to take me forever, I feel, to get Ditto leveled up. Good critical, Ditto. Two good criticals. Wow. The struggle is real, yeah. We were literally struggling. At least Bugsy's gonna be a walk in the park. with 2 flying types. I wanted to give this a Teddiursa. Oh, you learned to leer. Wow. You can sort of speed up past these Zubats. Alright, big coughing fight. You will hit nothing. I'll just drop its defense a bajillion times. That's about how many swifts it would have took from without the defense drops. Look at the stats on ducks. Probably higher than anything else right now just because it doesn't evolve. I mean, look, it's in the 20s. Yeah, the only thing that's got a 30 is Ursa. Or it's Teddiursa. Because it's a hyper-offensive poke. Alright. Let me go sell some things. Alright, let's switch them. Super potions up. Alright, we're going to end this episode here, and I'm going to do my grass training off screen so you all don't have to endure that. So I do hope you all enjoyed, and we will see you tomorrow with another episode. So have a good rest of your day, everybody. We'll see you next time.